We're going to talk about how to attract your first members and your first 100 members in your community. Everyone, as you guys are coming in here, please post in the chat. Let me know what business you have. Just let me know what business you're in and the name of your business, just so that I know. Tara's in the skincare industry. Hey, Tara, Tara, because I got a Tara and a Tara that you're both BTS members. So yeah, there's that. And frequent travelers. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so let me just want to show y'all this quote. Y'all know I've been running a membership business for 8 years now, and I just read this book. I posted this on Instagram. I read this book and I was like, this couldn't be further from the truth. If you don't have continuity, then you don't have a business. I cannot stress this. If you don't have continuity, then you don't have a business. So some of y'all are probably like, oh, my business is very transactional. I got some good clients, but it's very transactional. You mean to tell me I'm clutching my pearls? I don't have a business? And the reality is you just have a series of promotions. And that's not fun. I don't like to hinge my business on me feeling good enough to market every single day. Like, that's just not the business. Membership businesses actually answer that. We're going to go in depth, but just wanted to share this with you. Okay, so what I want to share with you guys, those of you who don't know me, I run the Better Than Success Real Estate League, and we're going to go through like a little quick case study, the science behind how I keep my members in my community and all but guarantee their success. Industry and product don't matter. For those of you who are BTS members, especially those of you who have bought deals, tap in, let everybody else know that we got a whole entire system, and it feels like y'all don't even know how y'all being controlled to forced to buy properties, but you're just like, I'm here and it works. I don't even know how it works, but whatever. So I'm about to give you a peek behind the shades. Let me know in the chat. Peek behind the blinds or whatever. BTS, what's up, Amber? Okay, so let me tell y'all my quick story. So 2016, I had a consulting business, a digital marketing agency called Lighter Creative. We, at the time, did web design marketing, digital media, social media marketing, all things in that area, logos, graphic design, all the things that people don't even need now. I was just talking to my mom, like, dang, graphic designer business is, if you have a graphic designer, then you might as well just not even be in business, because Canva, like, they just made it so you don't need nothing, okay? So 2016, I had this business. Well, I started the business in 2012 or 2013. No, actually, I really kind of technically started in 2010. But I didn't set up my LLC and everything until 2013. And then around 2016, I started this real estate club. So this is a picture of 2016, but it was very stressful for me. I loved what I did. Like a lot of you love what you do, but it was stressful. The stressful part was I've always felt this need to constantly market. And the reality is you don't wake up every day feeling like you want to market. And so it creates this stress, especially if you love what you do, because you much so rather be spending your time doing the thing that you love. And the other problem that I had was I just couldn't predict my income, because I was stuck in this rat race of fulfilling my services for my clients, but also trying to market and all these other things. It made it difficult for me to break free of that entrepreneurial rat race and earn extra income. So I couldn't really predict my income, because it really all depended on how much I was marketing. But the happiness of my clients depended on how much I wasn't marketing and actually spending on working on their stuff. So it was just like, you just have so much anxiety around this, like so much anxiety. Tap in if this is how you feel and you're like, or if it gives you anxiety where you're always stressed out, or you shut down, you're like, I feel overwhelmed and I'm just shut down. So you know what? Nothing got done today. Nothing got done yesterday. Nothing got done last week. And I'm just shutting down. Let me know in the chat if that's for you. Hold on. I got a cough. What's up, Ming? What's up? Let me know in the chat if that's you. Okay. So we started Better Than Success, and it really was a mistake. Not a mistake, but I just didn't know. I didn't know what the benefits were. We started Better Than Success because I wanted to learn real estate. A lot of you have already heard this story. Nancy said, shut down. Stephanie said, I totally relate to the constantly marketing aspect. I'm about to bless your whole lives. So I started this real estate club, totally unrelated, because I wanted to learn real estate. And initially, I was charging a monthly fee only because I was mostly focused on my marketing business. And I was just like, we were buying food for people, you know, when they were coming every week, and the marketing, like my marketing business was serving the marketing, like servicing the marketing for the real estate club, but it still cost me, like I still had to pay the staff. So we were like, I'm just gonna charge people $20 a week. And I just was hoping that, $20 a month. And I was just hoping that that money would just cover my expenses, because at the end of the day, I wanted to learn real estate. Right. But then after some time, so here's some more pictures of us. This is our early days, right? Some of y'all have seen these pictures. But then after some time, I was like, I got a little bit, a couple dollars coming in every month. And then I also, the most important thing, I started seeing how effective the real estate club was at actually getting people to invest, like really delivering on a promise. And then I started coming up with more ideas of how I wanted to service them within the membership. And I told everybody, maybe like 2 or 3 months in, I was like, listen, I now see this as a business that can greatly benefit you guys. I'm telling y'all right now, if once I implement all the things in this membership that I really want in here in order to dummy proof y'all successes, we're going to go to $100 a month. And that seemed like so much money to me at the time. Like, I can't believe I could be asking for $100 a month. But at the time, I definitely had imposter syndrome. That was probably rightfully so, because I hadn't even bought a deal yet. And so it didn't even matter. More and more people was coming, and more people before me was doing deals. And so I'm creating this system where people are dummy proofing this process of doing deals, and I'm making a good amount of money. You know, we was going from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to $60 a month. And at first I just was trying to cover my costs. And then it became like to a point where I closed down my marketing business, because it was like, oh, this is taking over my life. Now, before I close down my marketing business, I want to tell y'all this quick story. I'm going to tell you the story about the meeting. So I was rushing, so I couldn't find a picture with just us four in it. But the original four members of BTS was me, my cousin right here, Nina, Sean, this tall guy right here, and then Jabbar over here. Y'all know Jabbar, okay? And so because BTS was taking over my life, it was really kind of like this this break even point where it's like I'm making some okay money from doing this real estate thing, but I'm not even comfortable with doing it because I had never done a deal yet. But it is guaranteed money. But at the same time, it's taking enough time away from my marketing business to where though my marketing business is hurting. And so I said to them, I was like, listen, I don't know what to do. Should I like quit this BTS thing? I need to go back to my marketing business. I need to make some more money. And we all took a vote. And I said, we got three options. Either we quitting or we gonna go ham on this. And what was my other option? I had another option, but honestly, I thought they was going to help me release myself to quit. That's what I really thought. I presented these three options as if quitting was the best one. And it was like, no, we're gonna double down. We're gonna help you out. And I was like, oh, snap. So that's what we did, right? And so that's the birth of Better Than Success. That's how that happened. And then eventually the income from the community took over my other business. And 8 years, we're still standing. This is something that's really, really important to note. 8 years, within those 8 years, I learned that I have a crazy gift for this. Like, I am very uniquely designed to be able to do this. Let me just show you some pictures for those of you who have never been to any of our events. There's a couple of you on here. These are real events. You see, this is our logo back there. We're not partnering with nobody. These are our events. Okay. This is from Wire. This is just from a regular Saturday at the office. Here is from another Wire that we did, Women in Real Estate Summit. For those of you who don't know, here's another Wire that we did. Here's a field day. Here's a Saturday event. Here's Jabbar and everybody. And so like these are throughout the year. Some of these pictures were December, and some of these pictures are December 2023, some of them was 2017. So like I'm just want you guys to see that we out here. Like it ain't, you know, most of y'all already know, but some of y'all don't. It's a couple people on here that are newbies, okay, to the brand and to me and, you know, all the things. Here's another Women in Real Estate Summit event. Okay, so once we started BTS, it was great because then I could focus on helping my clients, which were my members, right? I didn't have to sell all the time. I literally only did a pitch once a week and it only lasted like 30 minutes. And then other than that, I did not sell at all. I didn't feel as creepy. Like sometimes it can feel creepy being in selling mode all the time. And I think, you know, I've read enough books about marketing, and the good educators will tell you that if you really truly believe in your product, then you won't feel creepy. You'll feel like you really are helping people, but that doesn't take away from sometimes you just feel creepy if you're just in marketing mode all the time. Right. And it's impossible. When I see influencers who are in marketing mode all the time on social media, like, because I know how long it takes me to do a post, and I'm looking on their page and they got post after post after post after post. And I'm like, when are you actually helping your clients? Okay. Other thing about the membership is my income became predictable. Like I know how much money I'm gonna make this much. I know how much money I'm gonna make next month, so on and so forth. And it just helped even out my cash flow, which was relieved so much stress for me. So much stress for me. Okay. I do want to talk about my gift. I want to share this with y'all. Like I said, I'm, for whatever reason, very uniquely gifted at this. A lot of the stuff that we're going to, almost everything that we're going to go through today, I knew instinctually. I didn't know how to articulate it until over the past 2 years when I started studying different things, because I studied all of my study from 2016 up until about 2 or 3 years ago was all real estate. And so just recently I started getting back into studying actual business again. And then as I started studying, I'm like, oh, I didn't even, this is why this worked. That's why this worked. So it helped me to put words to what I already knew, what I already innately knew. You know how sometimes like, you know how to do something, but you don't know how to explain it to someone else? That was me. And so now I have the words to be able to articulate it. And so because of that, I am grateful that I can share this with you today. What's up, Andre? Thank you for sharing, for commenting. All right. So I'm not the only person that knows about this membership subscription thing. Here are some companies, the big companies that have a membership subscription. Netflix, that's all they do. They not out here selling one-off products. Come get hit every month. Okay? Come get hit every month. Amazon has their Prime that you got to pay annually for. But then also, I don't know about y'all, but I've been utilizing the subscribe and save. Like, I don't want to, I order water. I don't have to order water all day, every month. I order toilet paper. I have that subscribe and save. I have the flushable wipes because I got a 3-year-old and just dookie be everywhere. Not now, but back then. So you just got to have the flushable wipes. That's on subscription. And you know what? They put that on their books that helps increase the value of the business and they sleep better at night. Apple, y'all getting hit over the head on so many things on Apple, all the apps, all the things. Apple's taking a little cut of all your apps, and plus your Apple Music, and plus whatever else, Apple TV and all the things. Disney got you every month for that Disney Plus for you to only watch one show one show a year, but they hit you in the head every month. Uber, man, let me tell you something. I looked at my credit card bill the other day and it was like $9.99 for Uber One. What? I don't even be Ubering. What? How y'all get me to sign up for this? And then when I looked at the benefits, I was like, before I cancel this, let me look at the benefits. It wasn't even no real benefits, y'all. It was like get 5% off, and you get a discount on some Uber Eats orders. Some buy, y'all. Meta, you already know. I pay for my blue check because I ain't like how them fake pages was stealing pictures of my child. And then when I go and report them, they like, you ain't got a blue check, so we don't care. That's literally what they said. So they get me. And plus, they get you. Y'all already know. They get you. Adobe. I pay $50 a month for Premiere and for all the things. So I just want y'all to know, I'm spending a lot of time talking about this because I want y'all to know that this is what all the big business are doing. If you are doing hand-to-hand combat every day, you playing yourself. I mean that with all love. Hand-to-hand combat has and when I mean hand-to-hand combat, I mean one-off transactions like, hey, I'm going to sell you, let me see, let's see what I'm trying to look and see. A community, or you want to build a community for travelers. So you're a travel agent, Joel, I'm assuming, right? Or you have a travel agent component. If you're just doing, hey, I get paid every time you book travel, and that's like once a year, twice a year, then you are leaving a lot of money on the table. Andre said OnlyFans. Absolutely OnlyFans. And they raking it all the way in. Okay. Adobe is wild expensive. Yes, it is. All right. So let's move on. We got a lot to cover. All right. Why subscription-based membership business? The $97 paradox. This is something that I came up with. Don't go telling people, this stuff. I'm about to put my name on it. The Nicole Purvey $97 paradox. There's a couple of frameworks in here that I came up with. I promise you, I've been doing this a long time. Information marketing. It takes the same amount of persuading in the very moment to sell a $97 monthly item as it is to sell a $97 one-time item. Okay, so think about two different scenarios. You are in one scenario where you're selling this pen for $97, and in another scenario where you're selling a subscription for one pen a month, $97. I promise you the conversation is the same amount of time. It's the same amount of energy. There are only two differences. The sales cycle. What is the sales cycle? That time from when you meet the client to when they convert. The sales cycle on a monthly membership might be a tad bit longer depending on what the product is. But it's worth it. A tad bit longer. Like from when you meet the client to when they convert. If I'm selling you this one-off thing, I might be able to convert you with the same day that I meet you. Might, but a lot of times that's not the case. Still. But if it's a monthly membership, might be a little bit longer. And the other difference is what you are selling. The beautiful thing about when you sell a monthly subscription item, you get to sell the problem. Selling the problem makes it so that sometimes you don't have to have so much authority in a thing because, hey, I'm in this with you. I'm facing the same problems that you're having. Let's do this together. Versus if you're selling a one-off item, you darn better be an authority and know everything. So it's a little bit easier to actually sell the problem. Does that make sense? If y'all got questions for me, let me know. Andre said facts. Miss your face, Andre, by the way. Jamili said, Amber, they used to charge per program hundreds each. Oh my goodness. Geez Louise. They sure did. They sure did. If y'all got any questions, post them in the chat. If it makes sense, comment Just comment 100. 100 for you speaking 100% facts and 100 for my 100 members. Okay. If not, I'm just going to assume y'all lost, but I'm going to keep on going anyway. All right. The other 4 reasons about why you should do a membership-based business, loyalty versus promotions. When you get a member, they are loyal. They are typically loyal. So it's easier if you have other products you want to sell to them, because they have already pledged their loyalty to you, they will buy them. It's almost like, think about Amazon. They sell you the Prime membership, and then they also want to sell you a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's like, we already know you pledge your allegiance to us. So buy your detergent from us. Don't buy it from Amazon. I mean, don't buy it from Target. Buy it from us. So buy this dress from us. Don't buy it from nowhere else. All the things that you buy from Amazon, versus constantly running promotions and making transactional business transactions. Promotions and transactional business transactions, that sounds crazy, but promotions and having a transactional business, those people are not loyal. They're only loyal to the promotion. Question: do you think it's more difficult for people to commit on an annual membership, or would you say it's the same given the paradox? Do I think it's more difficult? It depends on what the product is. It depends on what the price is. We're not going to be able to go into that today, but it depends on a couple of things. I don't think it's more difficult. It really the thing that is most important here is being able to prime them beforehand. Right? Like, if I just meet you and I want to sell you this pen, I would just meet you. I could probably just sell you this pen, just one-time transaction. Hey, you have a problem. I'm going to sell you the solution. Remember, we talked about solution-based versus problem-based. But if I want to sell you a subscription to this, I might not be able to do that the same day that I meet you. I may have to establish a little bit of authority. I might have to establish some trust. I might have to establish some just respect. So I would never on the first day just be like, hey, subscribe to this. The first day I might be like, hey, buy one, or hey, buy this notebook. Buy one notebook. And then in the meantime, I'm going to be giving you a whole bunch of game about notebooks. And I'm going to be like, I love notebooks, don't you? See, we're the same. This is over a course of weeks or months or days. And then I'm going to be like, we the same. You loved my notebook. Why don't you join my membership, my subscription for pens? Make sense? Okay. So essentially, you're also getting paid if you sell one-off thing. You're also getting paid to prime your customer. I want to make it very, very clear. None of this is in any way to manipulate someone. It's really to help them. We're going to get into that. Okay. All right. Keep going. The other things is your customers are better. Why membership-based business? Better customers. They're loyal. They're just better. And plus, you get to kind of teach them how to work with you. The income is predictable. And then if you go to ever sell your business has a higher valuation when you have membership and subscription. It's like tenfold versus one-off transactions. Hello? Okay. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. How does that make you feel? Good, right? All right. Before we get into the meat and potatoes we still haven't gotten to the meat and potatoes. I'm dropping game already. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of how to get your first 100 members, I want you to think about this theme that we're going to talk about. I mean, this theme here that should be present in everything that you think about in this presentation. 3 things you should obsess over when starting your membership: attracting members, keeping members, ensuring their results. Unfortunately, when most people start memberships, they only focus on one thing. They only focus on attracting members. But I want to tell you, attracting members is what's going to keep you in sales mode if you only focus on attracting members. You have to focus on it, but you can't only focus on it. That's what's going to keep you in that sales mode. The reason why people only like to focus on attracting members is because it's marketing, and the marketing people love to market. I shouldn't say that. The marketing people love to market. That's where you get these people with lifestyle marketing and all the bells and whistles. The other two are operations. You got to be wired a certain way to really care about operations. And this is how I want to wire you guys today. Keeping your members and ensuring their results. Selling a membership that you cannot ensure their results. Because that's not a good membership. Now, I want you to think about some of the memberships that you joined that there was no real path to success. They just marketed the crap out of you. All right, now we're going to get into your first 100 members. But I got to tell y'all a story that also shows why it is so important to have a membership business. So this is my son, Joseph. I got to put an updated picture. We actually just took a picture yesterday. Try to take a picture with him every day, every other day. This is my son, Joseph. That's my baby when he was first born. Wasn't he? He's the most handsome kid on the face of the earth, but he was a gorgeous child. Okay. At that time, COVID was going on. I was suffering from a lot of personal trauma for reasons that y'all never gonna know about unless you're my close friend. Me and my son's father broke up when I was 3 months pregnant. For 4 separate reasons, I parted ways with 4 of my closest friends. Someone was impersonating my business, scamming people in the name of my business. I also found out, this is a long story. First of all, I'm going to start off by saying, for those of y'all who know me, know I'm a crazy goody two shoes. I've been like this my whole entire life. Okay. Goody two shoes. I found out that someone got arrested in my name, and I had a warrant for my arrest from 2009 to 2020. And it prevented me from moving into a house because there was open warrants and felony charges. All of this happened at the same time while I was pregnant and had barely had any energy. And then also leading into having a newborn, and COVID is going on outside. Do y'all think I would have had the energy to get up and market every day? The answer is no. I had a membership business. Now, I want to say this. By no means, I hope you never go through a season like that. I really, truly do. That was one day I'm going to write a book about it. And I'm telling you, everything happened within like 45 days. Most of that stuff happened within 45 days. The onset of it, right? Write a book about it one day. But if I did not have a subscription-based business, that all I had to do was half of a fraction of the marketing portion. I mean, a fraction of the business running portion, which is operations and finance. Business is really 3 components: marketing, sales and marketing, operations, and finance. Okay. A third of that I didn't have to do, which was the marketing. So what if something were to happen to you? What if something were to happen to you? You think you want to get up as a pregnant, fat nose, puffy eyed, tear crying lady? You think I wanted to get on social media every day? No. Making reels, marketing, making ads? No. All right. So this is why it's important. And what I also want to stress is that this is why this is why I'm doing this, because I want to make sure that if something happens to you, life be lifing, y'all. Life be lifing, and we don't want to market. You don't feel like it. You can't do it. And it's not your fault. That's just life. Life be lifing. I want to make sure that you don't have the problem of if I don't eat, if I don't kill, I don't eat. You're going to have to kill, but not every waking moment of the day. Okay. And I also want you to do what you love. Some of y'all just don't love marketing. You're going to have to do it, but like I want you to do what you love. All right. So here's another framework. This whole entire thing I just said built up to this framework that I want to share with you guys, which is the Nicole Purvey membership moonwalk. Okay. For everything I do, I like to back into my desired results. Sometimes it makes me move a little bit more slowly than other people, but it makes it so that when I do something, it's solid. So I like to back into my desired result. So I'm going to introduce you to the Nicole Purvey membership moonwalk. When I back into it, I look good like Mike. Okay. All right. So let me share it with you. Before I go backward, I want to take it forward first, and then we're going to go backward, and then it'll make sense. The forward way of doing this is always start with the why. Why are you doing this? Then move on to the who. Who are you serving? Then the how. That's the membership. The what, your features. Then the offer, the promise. Then the pricing and the funnel. Then to your 100 members. And at the end of the day, you probably said, oh, 100 members is great because 100 members at this price I want to get at is going to equal this income. So 100 members is going to get to this income. Okay. So most people go forward. Actually, most people go backward, but they don't go as deep. That's what I meant to say. They go backward, but they don't go as deep. So we're going to go deep. All right. Backward. The income, 100 members, pricing in the funnel, the offer, the what, the how, the who, the why. We about to roll. So get your, if y'all got a pen and paper out, please go get it. Hurry up, go get it. Let me read these comments. Andre says she's cooking. Ming said you are resilient. Thank you. I hate marketing. Wait, how? That's wild. What part was how? What was wild, Jamili? I hate marketing. I do too. Oh yeah, I got to swap out my PowerPoint. Because remember, I tried to break it down into under 50 Jimmy Jams, and they was like, no. Actually, this one I can put on the screen. Let me save it first, because this one is not that long. Y'all got no questions? All right, let's keep going. I've been taking notes this whole time. Okay. This is uploading. So now I get to actually see everything. Now it's taking forever to process. They play. Here we go. There we go. And then I don't like the D down there. That's annoying, but whatever. We're gonna make it do what it do. That's not how it is on my screen. Just want y'all to know that. Okay. So first we're gonna talk about the income. We're going to cover the income and 100 members at the same time. Well, this actually is pretty simple. I forgot I didn't really have any supporting slides for this. This is pretty simple. You started off with your income. You like, this is how much I have this idea for this membership. And if I can just get a certain amount of members, this will be this amount of income. And that's really what's driving you is like, I want to get here because I want this a number of income. So that's cool. Write that number down, whatever that number is. I'm here for it. I don't even care what it is. If you say it's 10,000, if you say it's 100,000, if you say it's 4, it doesn't even matter. So you're just going to start there, right? Whatever the number is that makes sense for you. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the pricing in the funnel. Number one, your funnel. I just explained to you how you never want to just jump out, especially if you're doing a paid membership, and offer to your warm and cold traffic your membership. You always want to go from transactional, which is your one-off products, then to the membership. So I'll give an example of and Nashi. I can never remember if it's Nashay or Nashi, but I'm gonna call you Nashi right now. So I know she has I know you have a health business, and at one time you were doing yeah, someone got arrested in my name. Yes, that was crazy. I'll talk about that later. I know you had a health business where you were selling smoothies. This is what I would do all day, every day. Sell one-off smoothie. After you get that good customer hooked, then hey, this we actually, because you were in my that other class. Here is a subscription. There are some other things you can add to that membership, but I'm giving you guys an example. Like if I'm a person that don't want to make all my own smoothies, and someone tells me for $20 a week, they're going to deliver me a smoothie every day. That's numbers probably don't make sense. But let's say $40 a week, they're going to deliver me a smoothie every day. I'm doing that all day, every day. Convenience. Right? But you got to first rope them in with the one-off transaction. Okay. So all your one-off transactions is nothing more than a lead magnet to get them into the membership. That's how you should be looking at your business. Okay. The next thing about pricing in a funnel, earn their trust. The first 100, or depending on what your product is, it might be less. These are your early adopters. They must be rewarded. They have to be rewarded. Now, I want to explain something to you. A good portion of the benefit of the membership that the members get is each other. So therefore, 2 members is not as beneficial as 100 members. So even though you're selling the membership, they're supplying the benefit. So your first 20, 30 members, the early adopters, they have to be rewarded because a part of the value that they get is each other. So you got to have something in there. It's almost like having 1 grain of sand. The network effect. Yes. Hey, what's up, Warren? I ain't seen you in a while. It's like having 1 grain of sand. What does 1 grain of sand do for me? Nothing. So those first, Warren Evans, one of our $20 a month members, still from back in the day, they have to be rewarded. So I'm telling you right now, that high number that you have in your head, you can move to it after you get past your first threshold. It may not be 100, it could be 20, it could be 50, but you got to have enough to make you feel comfortable to actually go and sell what it is that you're selling. Because you're not even going to feel comfortable selling a one-off thing to one person. That's why you hate marketing, because you're like, I want to start this membership, but I don't know. I don't know. There's only one person in here. So they got to be rewarded. How do you reward them? You reward them with a dirt cheap early adoption discount. 90% off, 50% off, 95% off, whatever it is to get the people in there that you can actually do, because some of your products or your services or your membership actually have a cost for you. Okay. For those of you who thinking like Shay has we talked about the subscription. I mean, your subscription service. There, you may be thinking this doesn't work for me because the people who are buying the monthly subscription to the shakes, they're not, they're not congregated. But one way to really make a really great membership or subscription-based service is to put a feature in there where they can congregate, We're going to talk about that in a minute. You're missing out on opportunity. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. So my whole point is, if all you're thinking is, I just want to offer, if I have a physical product, I just want to offer a subscription to that product, you're missing out on the ability to create a community. And that has parameters within it as well. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, let's move on to the offer, the promise. This is also something that a lot of people overlook when they start memberships. They'll start memberships because they just really want the self-aggrandizement. They want the self-aggrandizement, like, join my membership. But what is the promise? What are you promising them? If they come into this membership and you're essentially should be trying to give them a new way of life, what is the promise? What will they get? How will their identity be changed as a result of being in your membership? You have to ask yourself, what does the customer really want? And I'm sorry to tell you, they don't want your membership. Unless you are super famous, like Beyonce. Some of y'all Beyonce fans. I'm not a huge, I don't dislike her, but I'm not part of the Beehive. Her concert came and went in 5 cities that I was in, and I was like, okay. But if Beyonce started a membership just to be Beyonce, be in the Beyonce club, some people would join. A lot of people would join. You ain't her. Most of these people don't want your membership. What they want is transformation. I don't like where I'm at right now. I want to be somewhere else. I want to be someone else. To be seen. And when I say to be seen, I don't mean like, you know how we like, oh, you know, such and such always in the club because they just want to be seen. It's not like that. It's not like that to be seen. People want to be seen. They want you to understand them. They want to feel understood. Like, remember the movie Avatar? In the first Avatar, the people, they had a saying that says, I see you. That's what you say when you greet someone. I see you. People want to be seen. They want to feel like I'm not the only person that's going through this. They will pay for that. Most people are lonely even when they, and their family and their friends and their friend circle, even when they got a whole bunch of people around them. They're lonely because they don't feel seen. And so if you can create a place where they feel seen, and again, they want to not be lonely. Now, each individual industry has some promise that they really want. So, Shay, I'm going to keep using you as an example because your business is so far off from other people's that are here. And I think explaining your business, and then we can talk about whatever. If y'all want me to break it down for any other type of business, let me know. Also, Shay, you're one of the only few people that said the business that you're in, that you want to start a subscription for. I can break this down for y'all as well. But Shay has a health business. She sells the smoothies, right? Or the juices in the smoothies. What do people want? They want juices, sure. What does a person who juice, what do they really want? They want to look good. They want to feel good. They want to be happy. So if you focus on that transformation, then that opens up a lot more possibilities for what you can offer in your community, in your membership. They want to look good. Should be some health, fitness tips, other eating tips outside of the drinks, possibly tips on how to look better on social media. You know your customer, you know how deep you can go with it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I were to be on a smoothie subscription, and then you also send me some tips about, you know, social media, how to look good on social media, I'm here for that. And then you just create this whole experience of like how to look good in your pictures or whatever. That's a certain customer. Not all customers are going to care about that. You know your customer better, but I'm just giving you an example. Stephanie, I co-own a wellness practice. We offer chiropractic, massages, acupuncture, and facials. Hold on one second. I've been coughing for 2 months. So what does your customer, what does a person who comes and gets, to be honest, you got a couple different customers the way that I see it. Your chiropractic person and massage person, or your chiropractic person and your acupuncture person, they just want to feel good again. They just want to feel like they can do different things. So there may be a way where you can give them tips about how to safely work out without injuring themselves. A community where you're facilitating low impact workouts. They just want to really feel good. They want to be able to run and skip and play with their kids and their grandkids. The massages might fall into that too, but massages might be a different person that has a different want. If I get a massage, what is that? That could be a self-care person. And a self-care person, they want bath bombs. They want tips about how to just get away from the kids. How to focus on yourself. The same thing with the facials. So you got a couple of different avatars. I would pick the one that is the best customer and the one that you have the majority of, and go deeper into what they want. It's deeper than just, hey, get a relief from this massage. What are they really truly after? Okay, we got to move on. Shay said, lose weight. Lose weight is great, but there's even deeper. Look good. Why do they want to look good? Spouse, dating, social media, followers. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. All right. Now we got to move on to the what? This is your features. Most people, when they start a membership, this is where they really play themselves. And we kind of alluded to this a little bit. They only say, hey, you get access to two things. You get access to my weekly call with my members, and then you get access to archives, pre-recorded tutorials, right? But there are so many more things that you can offer. Coaching calls, accountability calls, practice around a certain thing, right? So like if you're teaching people, Andre, you got the notary school. I don't know anything about notaries, but I'm just going to pretend. For someone who's never done it before, that first time might be a little bit scary. Giving them a weekly practice some kind of way might better prep them. I don't know what that's like. I'm just giving an example. Within BTS, we do our deal hunting lunch hours, our deal analysis lab and tutoring. Practice on how to analyze deals. Ming said, my interest is in creating a business book club or a group that is always learning or grow money in multiple ways. I'm obsessed with the topic of money and business, and I want a membership. I'm we on the same path. This business thing is so multifaceted. Before you do that, I think you should niche down just a little bit. Niche down, who do you want to help? Who is your avatar? The reason I'm saying this is because the approach to business from a Black woman perspective versus from a white man perspective, neither is wrong. It's two totally different things, and it's two totally different promises. But being very, very clear with it is important so that you can identify what the promise is and then identify what your features are. Because if you know, let's say for instance, you're like, hey, I want to help other busy single black women, let's say that's what you're going to do with business and book club. Having a book club might not, or traditional book club might not be the way to go. It might be a thing where you're like, hey, audiobooks, and I'm going to give you, because you're busy, I'm going to give you a synopsis of all the books, and then every once a month I'll, we'll do the audiobook, and then we'll meet up, and I'm going to give everybody tips. Let's keep it small. I'm going to give everybody tips on how they can take what we learned from the book and put it into actionable items into your business because you're so busy. That's a whole strategy right there. Ming said, my unique advantage is that I'm obsessed about learning, and I don't know all of the money answers. You got to just narrow down. You just got to narrow down who the niche to, because there is a bunch of other people. If you start that community, shoot, I might join, because I don't really, that's a whole nother conversation. We got to keep moving. Okay. I'm not trying to keep y'all all day. So I want you to take a screenshot of this, because I want you to make sure that you are not boxing yourself. When you think about membership, you think about a coaching call and some pre-recorded trainings. It could be anything. It could be anything. And I want you to think outside the box for your membership. The other really cool thing about your features, make sure that your features are something that is going to, not something that is just going to, that you like to do, something that's actually going to benefit your members if it's put into a habit that will help them get to their goal. So I'm going to give the example of with our group, our deal analysis lab and tutoring. The reason that we do that, I know a lot of you go on it, they're fun and it's really cool. But the reason that we do it is because you need to have it as a habit to practice analyzing deals. Otherwise, sending you off to your own devices and expecting you going to analyze your deals on your own, it's not going to happen, especially not some of you busy folks. So everything is designed so that if you're creating habits, the habits that make people get to success, not just, hey, let's do this because this is what I want to do. Think about what type of habits. So we were talking about identifying who your avatar is and who your avatar wants to be. What type of habits does that person have? Right? So Shay said, we're still thinking about the shakes. Shay said, summer bodies. What type of habits does a summer body person have? There definitely needs to be a workout component into the membership. If you're selling the juices, a person who's obsessed and buying juices, they're also want to be held accountable for their workout. Maybe put together a meal plan for them, because they can't drink juice all day, every day. They can, but maybe work out. If summer bodies is the thing and you really get it popping, see if you can get some discounts from local swimsuit makers, or you put together a swimsuit subscription part. You get a shake, plus during the summertime you get a new swimsuit. I'm just throwing things out there, but I want you to see the connection. Okay. With business, you can be a leader in 3 areas: convenience, price, quality. I'm going to start with quality, right? At this level, well, I shouldn't say that. It's hard on a community basis, especially if you're just trying to get this thing up and running. It can be done though. If you're going to say, hey, my stuff is the highest quality, and this is how I'm going to design my features based on the fact that my stuff is the highest quality. You can be a leader in price. You can offer discounts, not in the price of the membership, but in the total overall savings. right? So if your membership is giving them a crazy discount on juices, keep it moving. I mean, do it. Not keep it moving, but do it. And the same thing with convenience. I like to focus on convenience. Like that example that I gave Ming of how you could do, if you were to do, because you're lazy landlady. So like, hey, you're obsessed with all these things. There may be some other people that's lazy. I'm going to do a lot of the work for you in terms of studying all this stuff. So you just gave me a really great idea that I can add into BTS. You inspired this idea for me that I can add into BTS. Convenience. Okay. How can you make it convenient for them? All right. This, you really pay attention. This is the real sauce right here. Okay. So I just recently launched a business. That's where this has all come from, called the Member Magnet. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about it a little later. But the Member Magnet is designed to help you guys create membership businesses that retain your members and guarantee their success. Okay. In the Member Magnet retention system, there are 9 steps. We will not have time to go over 9 of those steps. Plus, that's like super, super top secret information. Okay. Step number 4 is something called the hero's journey. Have you ever heard of the hero's journey? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no? I want to know. I know it's a little bit of a delay here, so just bear with me. I'm drinking some water while y'all tell me if y'all heard of the hero's journey. No. Thank you, Steph. Okay. Let me know. I need more people. I heard the term, but forgot what it means. All right, we're going to go through it. So the hero's journey was a book written in, I think it's like the 40s. It was actually called the Writer's Journey is the name of the book. Awesome. Oh, so I'm about to give y'all all the game. All right, let's go. The Writer's Journey is a book written in the 40s where it's a famous book where the author, and the book is pretty thick, and I started reading. It's kind of boring. So I got the highlights for y'all. The author basically said all stories throughout history, all new, old mythology, religious stories, all those stories can be broken down into 17 points. They all have the same formula. All of them have the same formula. It's bizarre. Okay. And oh, this was like a little video in the background. And then when it got imported in here, it's not there anymore. And so in the hero's journey, it goes like this. Actually, before y'all start breaking that down. So in the 90s, a guy wrote a book called I can't remember the name of it. But he took the hero's journey and put it into a screenplay formula. So I'm sure you guys have noticed that most movies follow the same formula. And he took the formula and broke it down into 12. And so almost every movie or the TV shows have the same formula. The reason why this works so well, in my opinion, is because there is something innate in us as humans where God put it inside of us, where we know how to make a transformation. If the story doesn't follow these formula, we won't believe the transformation to be true. We won't believe in our own transformation. And so with your membership, in order to have a successful membership, you have to have a transformation. You have to promise it and deliver on it. If your customer isn't going through this transformation or this hero's journey, It's not, most of the time, most people don't know this. So they don't have it set up to where they control the entire journey. But if someone has a identity shift while they're under your watch, chances are you're only feeding maybe one of the 12 steps and they're getting the rest of the steps from somewhere else. Because we're not having we're not going to have a transition unless we go through these steps. I promise you. I'm going to go to the next slide and show you the hero's journey. And you're going to be like, and I want you to think about a time that you had an identity shift, when you had a transition. And I promise you, you hit on every one of these steps. All right, let me show it to you. Okay, so they start out, this normal world, call to adventure. Then they meet some sort of mentor. A lot of times for a lot of you in BTS, the mentor was me. Cross the threshold. A lot of times when you cross in the threshold, you're like, no, I don't want to do it. This is too much work. No. Right before you cross the threshold, then you have trials and failures, helpers. Then there's the growth, there's new skills. Then there's a death and rebirth. And then there's a revelation. And then they finally change. And then there's an atonement. And then they get out and then they return to the old world. In the end, that is how you have a transformation. Now, here's the real secret to how to get people to have a transformation, i.e., how to design your features. Because I gave you a whole bunch of features and you're probably like, which features do I add? In order to guarantee their success, you have to have features that hit on every part of the journey that's within your control. All this stuff, most of the stuff that's outside of the normal world. Like, you can't control what happens when they're in their normal world. If you have a feature that corresponds to this, you can control their success. And thus, if you can control their success, then you don't have to market as much, because they will tell people, and the people that will see them have a transformation will want to be involved. So it's really like I don't want to say a double-edged sword, but it's like a win-win with a membership. One, you sell to them once, they ring in the cash register every month. But also, now you can control their hero's journey, because if you're only selling them one aspect, right, Shay, you're only selling them juices, you can't control their transformation. You can't tell me that, hey, you buy this juice and then you're going to be thin. It's so much more that goes into that transformation. Now, you can be a component of it, but trust and believe that person is getting the other needs. The person that wins, they're getting their other needs from someplace else. And sometimes that's okay. But why can't we take over the whole process? And control the whole process? Does each of these features have to be an event? No. Some of them can be something really small, like a newsletter or a group chat. This is why we have the BTS group chat. This is for the helpers, trials, and failure. Those are the helpers. I don't barely got to do anything. Okay? Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. All right. Now we're going to talk about the how, which is the membership. We already know we're going to do the membership. Like, how can we control all these features, control this process? That's the membership itself. This is what I want you to understand about membership. And I don't want you to take this lightly. And I say this all with a whole lot of respect. When you create a membership, you are essentially asking people to pay to be friends with you. Some of you are going to be offended by that. Some of you are going to be clutching your pearls, but that's okay. Because think about some of your heroes. You want what you you want the things that you get out of a friendship. And sometimes what those things are, we're willing to pay for. So like, I want you to think about your favorite hero. If someone said, hey, all right, before I even go into that, let's think about what a friendship offers. A friendship offers support, inspiration, a good friendship. Like I just talked to my girlfriend yesterday. We've been friends for 20 years and we check in with each other like maybe once a week. And I checked in with her on Sunday, and then our conversation led me to have an epiphany about something. And then she tapped back in with me yesterday, like, girl, I'm so glad you got that epiphany. You inspire me. I inspire you, inspire me. And so, like, that's what a good friendship does. We've been friends for 20 years, okay? A membership, as a leader of a membership, you should embody what you are promising. Not necessarily the end goal, but you should embody the process, the journey. Okay? And the other thing about understanding what it takes to run a membership, and this is the secret sauce. I just said a whole lot of stuff, but this one right here, I promise you, this is the part that when BTS was in person in Philly, there was like 3 or 4 times where people were literally trying to steal our members. Literally. And I would not stress about it because I'm like, it's something that I know that y'all don't know. And you want to know what that one thing is? I got to be a mom and I'm cool with it. Y'all not willing to do it. Most people not willing to do it. Now, mom might be a strong word. Maybe it's like an auntie or uncle, but there are responsibilities associated with being a good auntie or uncle. Most people are not willing to do it. They will complain about what their members need that's outside of what they promised. These people want this. These people want that. These people want this. When your kid comes to you and says to you, like last night, JD co-sleeps with me. So we laid in the bed. I'm gone. He like, mommy, I'm hungry. And I want to be like, you always want something. But guess what? I'm your mom. So when your members want something, guess what? You're the mom. I'm your aunt. I'm your uncle. I got to do it. Not like, go to the detriment of yourself, but there is a certain spirit of parenting that you have to embody. And so I never worried about it. Like literally one guy would so y'all know how BTS got, when you walk in from the outside, it's a door to the left. It's another big giant office. Do try to, he signed the lease to that office and posted on social media and said, after he spent a whole bunch of time hanging out on BTS and said, hey, here is my space. I'm about to start doing real estate events. Right next to us, I went to the landlord and was like, yo. But I also never heard from dude ever again because I knew I wasn't even stressed. I was just more irritated. Like, really? Why are you about to do this? Like, you don't even got what it takes. You don't even understand that you're going to have to be a dad. You cool with being a dad? Nope. All right, cool. And I don't mean that in terms of responsibility. I mean it in terms of the spirit. The spirit, that type of caring. All right, moving on. Let's go to the who. Now we got to get to who are you serving? Because we were talking about that, creating your avatar. Choose the best avatar and find their root problem. We actually already did a good amount of talking about that. Choose the best avatar, find their root problem. What are they really after? That will help you decide all the other things. Now, how do you get to them? Ads. Here are your options. You don't have no other options outside of this. Okay? Ads, a regular show, a podcast, a YouTube live show, IG live. I would do YouTube live over IG live, but that's okay. something that you're doing regular, a large engaged platform. Some people just got millions of followers because they cute, and that's just going to be able to allow them to help them fill their membership. That's not most of us. And I use the word engaged. If you have you can have a small engaged platform that's engaged in all the things that you got going on as a business owner. There's a famous story. This woman had 2 million followers on Instagram, launched a t-shirt line, sold like 3 shirts. Also, too, like I get a little kick out, now that I know how to do this, I get a little kick out of going to people who got millions of followers page and then looking at their engagement and looking at their views. And it'd be like, yo, I go to people page who got 1 million followers and I got way more engagement and more views, and I got 31,000 followers. Crazy, right? The next thing is you can already have an email list. Do you already have an email list? You should always be building an email list. That's another class for another day. And the last thing is social media, just in general, right? We talk about large engaged platform. I'm going to talk a little more about social media on the next page. The other thing you can do, and I think I meant this in the large engaged platform, in-person events. If you can stomach weekly in-person events, I promise you it will be fire, especially for health and fitness. If you can do that and you can get like a good fitness person, offer a class at a cheap price, do it at a cool location, that could be a really cool feature, because people don't be wanting to work out by themselves. I like working out by myself. Don't offer me to come to a class. I want to do my own thing. I got a whole process. But I know a lot of people don't be wanting to do that by themselves. And it creates the community. Speak to the transformation, but sell the problem. So one of the things that I did on this webinar is I started off with talking about the problem. And y'all was like, amen, I don't like to sell. Sell the problem. That's your problem. Most people have a life that they don't like, or a business that they don't like, but they don't know what the problem is. That's 99% of people. So if you can identify their problem, you ever see somebody and they're speaking to you, that's because they're selling the problem. And you're like, I knew I had this problem, but I didn't know if I was by myself. And so you speaking my language? What's up? A lot of times people say sell the transformation. Nah, not really. Speak to the transformation, but sell the problem. What's up, Tony? Sell the problem. And so, like, Tony, you are a perfect example. So Tony does estate planning. She's my attorney. Okay. You've done more than estate planning. Like, you just gave me a contract. Sell the problem. Don't speak to the transformation. Sell the problem. What's the problem? The problem is, you want people to have a GoFundMe page? Okay. The problem is you can't sleep at night because you know you ain't doing right by them kids and you ain't leaving them nothing. That's why you're not sleeping at night. That's part of your anxiety. Same thing with you, Curtis. Sell the problem. Speak to the transformation. Don't sell the transformation. Speak to the transformation. Sell the problem. And you can just rope them in. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about social media. This is my own observation. I took 4 weeks off from social media last month. And I had to really ask myself, is this worth my time? And in my thoughts, I said, you know what? It's only worth my time if I did a lot of observation, a lot of studying, all the things, and a lot of thinking. Social media is only worth your time in terms of business. Now, if you're only using social media just to post pictures of your kids so your people could keep in touch with them, keep up to date, or you just like, hey, I look cute today, I just want this to go on social media, that's cool. But do not invest a lot of time in it unless one of these things. beautify. No, what it really supposed to say, unless you're extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful people do really well. You are a lifestyle person. Things that are aesthetic. Like there's this woman that I follow. I think she lives in Philly because after doing a good amount of inspection, her home is the size of a Philly row home. Is laid out, but it's designed so dope. And she got hundreds of thousands of followers, and all she do is post pictures of in this little teeny tiny row home. But she decked it out so dope. If you have some crazy talent, if you are in the top 1% of something, if you're a great communicator, you're extremely witty. There are some people that we follow that are extremely witty. They're great communicators. Or if you're a scammer, scammers know how to post their lifestyle and they be getting a lot of followers. Chances are this is not all of us, right? So what do? Either do ads or you focus on the easiest thing to do, the transition if you want to do organic content lifestyle. So again, speak to that avatar, do the lifestyle. I took 3 weeks off, thought about this, came back and said, you know what? I'm going to focus on the lifestyle instead of just posting real estate talking head stuff, because the informational stuff is really for YouTube. It's not for Instagram. I'm going to focus on lifestyle. Do you know I got a post? I literally came back and got 10,000 new followers just because I said, I'm going to stop trying to educate people on social media because I'm not in the top 1%. I'm cute, but I'm not like, these people out here to be beautiful, okay? On social media, I got all them followers. I'm not like extremely talented at anything. I'm an okay communicator. I think I'm definitely better than most. And I'm not a scammer. So you know what? I can do the lifestyle. Let me just focus on the lifestyle. 10,000 followers in a week after coming back. Hello? Okay. So I just want to let y'all know that. If you're not going to do none of this and you want to get that business popping, do ads. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day because you got to set up your funnel the right way. But do ads and be okay with it. You don't have to have a whole lot of money to do it. All right. Last but not least, but the most important part, the why. Why are you doing this? Let's talk about the rules of why. Number one rule, y'all, for those of you BTS vets, I used to say, this is not the Jabbar show. What does that mean? I love Jabbar, and this is actually no offense to him. What Jabbar would do sometimes is we were having a meeting and someone would be speaking and he knew something and then he would interject, but then take over. And then be like, this is not the Jabbar show. Your membership platform is not the Shay show. It is not the Curtis show. It is not the Ming show. It's not the Stephanie show. It's not the Tara show. It's not. I cannot stress this to you. It's not the Tony show. You are not the hero. You are the guide. You are just the guide. They are the hero of their own story. Okay? So when you're developing your why, as you're thinking about your why, the answer is I'm helping them to get to hero status. Remember, you're controlling that hero's journey. They are the hero. So enough with this when I hear people just, my membership, my community, my community, my community, my community, my community, my community, and they get nothing but you. That don't sound like a fun place I want to be. Okay. I already talked about this. Don't focus on the transformation, sell the problem. You want to speak to the transformation, absolutely, but sell the problem. You have to embody the problem and be obsessed with the solution. It's not fun to run a membership from a place of a complete authority because you will get bored. If you've already achieved this thing and you are at the top and you can go no higher, and you are perfect in every way, and you've done all the things, and you position yourself and you articulate yourself in that way, you're going to get bored. Embody the problem, be obsessed with the solution. The next thing, inspire, shake the industry up. Offer something that is a total solution that no one else is offering, right? We talked about the juices. People have juice subscriptions. But if you could go a step further and be like, listen, I know if you're getting the juice and you're willing to pay for it, what you really want is clear skin. You know your customer better than me, Shay. I don't know. I'm just making up different reasons. What you really want is clear skin. How about this subscription box to some clear skin products? A juice company that also does workouts? That's also giving you meal plans? Now you're not in competition with other juicing companies. You got something totally different. You got a system. The next tip to selling a why, congregate people. Remember I said, if you offer a subscription where you're only given a product, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity. People will pay to be seen. And by seen, I don't mean seen in a club. That's not what I mean. I mean, they pay to feel seen. We live in a lonely world. When they can walk into a room and see other people that's going through the same thing that they're going through in the same kind of way, and they don't feel alone, I feel home. They will pay for that. You can do this virtually and online. Virtually and online is the same thing. I meant to say virtually and in person. Okay. So I'm going to come back to something we already talked about. 3 things that you should obsess over when starting your membership: attracting members, keeping members, and showing their results. So I want you to keep this in mind as you think about everything that we talked about today. And remember, your competitors, whoever else has a membership, they only care about attracting members. They're not thinking about keeping them and ensuring their results. Ensuring their results. We keep coming back to the juice. How do we ensure their results? How do we make sure that they're losing weight? The juice is just a component. Stephanie, how do we make sure that we talk about mobility and someone who wants to play with their grandkids? How do we ensure that they're playing with their grandkids? The massage is just a component. Or they, doing all types of wild stuff with their grandkids. Thank God my dad, my dad is very, very active with my son. Thank goodness my dad is in shape, because JD be jumping on him. They be doing all type of wild stuff. So another conversation. All right, so let's take everything we went through and go through it forward. I'm just going to spit it off. Starting with the why. Why are you doing this? Who are you serving? And you can see how answering these questions will get to your 100 members. Why are you doing this? Who are you serving? The how, that's the membership. We already knew that. The what are your features? The offer, what is the promise? What are you promising? The pricing and the funnel. Remember, sell them one-off thing, get them into the membership. Price it in a way that you get your first X amount of members that populates it enough that you feel comfortable for a dirt cheap price. Early adopters, they get the reward. Because then once you do the promise, once you deliver on the promise, they will tell other people. Then you get to your 100 members, and then you get to your income. Does anybody have any questions? Because I want to share something with y'all. Got an early adopter special for y'all. Who got questions? All right, while I pull up the questions, let me share this with y'all. You ain't got no questions. How y'all feel about what y'all learned today? Y'all got any ideas? Got any plans? Who got an idea about something they want to do? I'm here. How do you make the member the hero? Oh, think a lot. Think like a virtuous woman. This was very informative, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you so much. How do you make the member the hero? They're already their hero. The first way to make them is to understand that they're like, it's not really a thing that you have to do. How to put them on the member's journey, the hero's journey, that's a different question. So I want to make sure I answer the question. Making them the hero, everybody's the hero of their own story. You got to think about what transpired in their mind before they came to you. They already had some conclusions. They already jumped to some conclusions. Like, nobody's going to get on the phone with you, Curtis, if they don't believe in the future. So they're already their hero. You just have to get out of your head that you're the hero and realize that you're just a guide, and that's okay. Who else got a question? Did I answer your question, Curtis? Clarify if I didn't. All right, I want to show you something. So what I am doing, I want to share with y'all, it's really important, is I am doing something I've never done before, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Actually, I have a client. I'm doing a lot of this work for them, but I am doing a Done With You program for those of you who want to launch or improve your membership programs, called the Member Magnet Recurring Revenue Accelerator Program. This is a 60-day program where we're going to meet once a week, and I'm going to intensely put you through an intense boot camp to get your members in, and you get your first 100 members in your membership. Okay? We're meeting once a week. If you got something big coming up, don't participate. Okay? Or I see your statement, Curtis. I'm going to address this in a minute. We're going to intensely get your program together. It starts April 22nd to June 17th. It's 9 sessions. You're going to leave with a fully developed and strategically planned membership program tailored to your niche and audience. We're going to put your features together based on the hero's journey. Remember, I told you the hero's journey is just one aspect of a 9-step process of the member magnet retention system. Let me show y'all my logo for the member magnet. Some of y'all voted on it when we were... Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Some of y'all voted on it online. And so for 60 days, every Monday, we're going to get on, and I'm going to give y'all a ton of work, and y'all going to get your membership designed, launched, and we're going to build your community. So early adopter, this program is going to be $5,000, but as an early adopter, it's $999. Now, so here's the kicker. If you are a BTS member, I will give you a 25% off discount. See how that membership thing works? You get discounts when you're a member of BTS. You see how that works? Let me go back down, go over here real quick. I'm gonna show you how to use the tools to be able to run your membership. The online tools, like I use quite a few online tools, and there's some others that I know how to use that are alternatives. So you get to choose clear strategies for maximizing retention and enduring long-term success of your membership community. You get the support network of the other people in your community. Remember, we talked about that as well. Confidence and clarity in your ability to generate predictable recurring income through your membership program, exclusive insights and strategies from moi, discounted access to the program as a beta participant. The program is definitely $5,000, period, point blank. Because if you think about it, right, I'll charge, that's like $100 per session. It's even less. I charge $97 for classes all the time. Some of y'all already paid for it. So it's like a crazy discount. And at the end of the day, I really, truly don't want you to go through what I went through. If something were to happen to you in your business, I also don't want you to be stressed. Like I remember how that felt when I was very stressed and running my business and always feeling like I got to go out and get new clients. I don't need that. I feel like I just don't need that. I don't need that for you. I don't need that for your insides. You know, it's a lot of Black women on here. We don't be aging on the outside. We be aging on the inside. I don't need that for your insides. Same thing with Black men. I don't need that for your insides, okay? Who is interested in pulling up? Who is going to be on this journey? I want to walk y'all through this like y'all don't even understand. I gave a good amount of y'all some answers to how you could create your membership. Yes, it's designed with people with no social media following. Yes, I don't even want you to get into that trap of trying to chase after social media. Social media, especially Instagram, is so unpredictable and it's such a scam. I don't know how to stress to y'all. It's such a scam. So the answer to the question is, let me post the link in the chat. The answer to the question is, I don't want y'all to, I don't even want people to feel like they got a, I don't want to say I don't want them. That's not true. If you think social media is going to be the answer, I don't want you to do it. Like just running the regular social media the regular way. Now, in the first week, I am going to give you some content to consume about social media so that you can start shifting the conversation. But this not that. Remember, we had some other ways. Did I do the slides? Yeah. Remember, we had other ways. I just want to show y'all just to make y'all feel comfortable. Where'd it go? No. Here we go. We have other ways. Ads, a regular show. Curtis, you already got a regular show. So you already got people that's prime. I think you do have a membership, but I feel like you could expand on your membership a lot more to get more members. Email list. Some of y'all have an email list. And there are ways you can do social media with a little bit of followers. Like I started BTS, I didn't have a lot of followers. I only have 31,000 followers now. And 10 of them I got the other day. Like, so keep that in mind. All right, I'm gonna go back to Curtis's question. Yes, I act as the guide with the client, not sure how to articulate that with my membership. It's a feeling. It's not necessarily a something to articulate. It's really all about empowering them, like making them feel empowered, like really leaning into that they are a hero and telling them that. And I don't want to say telling them that, but feeding that to them, speaking to that, nurturing that. that they are a hero. Think about times when you've had mentors and guides. How did they empower and inspire you? And make you feel like you can do anything. Hopefully I answered your question, Curtis. Who else has questions? So I'm also going to tell y'all this too. I am I'm gonna launch eventually a membership around this, because I gotta practice what I preach. I'm gonna launch a membership around this, but I don't want to do it just yet. Remember, I gotta kind of like prime the pump. I've been speaking a lot more about membership on social media. I'm kind of like taking my time because it's a whole process. I'm gonna tell you my process, because I'm gonna tell you my process. So I wanted to do this because I already had a meeting with my staff and everything. I wanted to do this because I really, really want to do is offer an ebook, but I don't want to write it. I don't feel like type. So I'm going to transcribe this, and it's going to take a little bit of work, but with the help of ChatGPT, make it into an ebook. I've been really posting a lot of really good content. I'm going to gear my content towards selling the idea of membership business, and then I'm going to tell them to download my ebook. Once they download my ebook, they'll be put into a funnel. Once they get put into a funnel, I'm going to create another class, record that class, sell them a one-time thing of $97, and at the end of that, I'm going to upsell them to my membership. But my membership, the basis for my membership is going to be the class that you guys go through, and I'll only offer this class once a year. Do y'all need me to explain that again? Yay, Curtis said he's signing up. I'm excited, Curtis. I'm excited. Ming, you pulling up? Shay, are you pulling up? Steph, you pulling up? Tara, you pulling up? I got ideas for all of y'all businesses. Like, I could create y'all memberships and your marketing plans with my eyes closed, but some of it is very laborious. That's why we're going to take 60 days. That's why it takes 60 days. Andre, you still on here? You pulling up? Whoop, whoop. Sign up now, because y'all know how I do. I'll raise the price tomorrow. Yay! I'm so excited. So what'll happen is, do y'all need me to explain what I just did, my whole strategy, what I just did? Again? So what'll happen is I'm going to start a membership, but all of y'all, after we get y'all through this accelerator, all of y'all will get, like, I don't know, either be free or $20, $30, something like that. Something real dumb cheap. Ain't gonna be free. I don't like doing free, because it hurts you guys when it's free, because then people don't value it. Whoop, whoop. Did anybody have any other questions about any of this? Do y'all feel like, ooh, almost got out of here? Do y'all feel like, yay, Tara, pull up, hit that link? The other thing is, I don't have a lot of spots in this class, okay? Because I can't, each class is only going to be about 90 minutes. I think I put an hour, but they'll be about 90 minutes. I'm trying to add in more than one purchase. Let me try again. Okay. Let me know if you keep having issues. Each class is only about 90 minutes, and I can't service everybody for 90 minutes. I can't have a whole bunch of people in the class. So this class will serve as a foundation, a basis for the membership that will launch later this year. Also got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm actually, I'm writing a script. I'm writing 2 scripts for a show. I want to start working. I want to start recording a, I have a partner in all of this. So she's kind of walking, hand holding me through this, but I'm writing a script for a show, and another show is a reality show, and I want to move that along. I want to say I want to start shooting, but like it's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I started to say the membership will launch probably in the summertime. I'm excited. I can't wait to like put some stress off of y'all. Real rap. I can't wait. I thank God every day for my recurring income. The days I be wanting to stress, and I think I started doing this gratitude journal. That's a whole nother conversation. I started doing a gratitude journal every day, writing 5 things that I'm grateful for. And one of the things that I'll be writing every day is I'm grateful for the money that hits my account. And I think that is what made me really decide that I'm going to do this. Because if what I have, most people don't have, and it's not about serving me, it's really about having a system, having the ability to be able to control people's journey so that they can achieve success. Because if you're just offering one portion of it, it's not your fault nor their fault that they're not getting to success. Hold on. Let me give you the discount. Let me give you the discount. Curtis, I'm going to post it in Band. You on Band, ain't you? I'm about to give it to you. Why you not on Band? I'm going to text it to you. Tara, you joining? You need a discount? I realized that I forgot to have Irish make the discount code, so that's why I'm making it right now. I gave her like 75 million things to do today, and then didn't give her that. Tara, you still on you still in the membership, right? All right, give me a second. This when I stream, it takes up so much bandwidth and it makes everything move slow. Yeah, I just, you know, I was thinking, I'm listening to this book, right? And oh, hold on. I'm listening to this book, and the book has been making me think about a lot about my why. And 25 uses restriction product. It's been making me think about my why. And I don't stress about it because I think our members kind of feel this from me, but I have always been this person, even in grade school, that every time I ever got in trouble is because I was helping another student do something academically. And so here, let me text you, Curtis, the discount code. I got you. I know your discount. I know your phone number. There you go. I just texted for you. So let me tell you the story real quick, and then I gotta go get my baby. Any other members need a discount code? Y'all be a member of BTS. If you're not, I mean, again, it's literally $100 per session. So you can't beat that with a bet. So, anyways, I've been thinking about my why, and I can't help but to answer like, I'm just like this. And I think about as a kid, every time I never used to get in trouble in school. Like, I always got straight A's, never nothing wild. But the times I got in trouble was because I was helping someone academically. I'll give you an example. I have so many examples like this that don't even make no sense. It's scary. Very scary. It's weird. Like, you know how you see a kid and you're like, I know what you're going to do for a living. Looking back, it's like, this is very clear that this is what I'm going to do for a living. I don't know what it is about me that I just like to help everybody out academically. Tara, text me. You got my phone number, don't you? Yeah, I'm telling y'all this. The price for this is going to go up tomorrow, only because y'all was on here. So sign up today. So I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. My mom loves to tell this story because she was like, the time when they called me and told me you told the teacher to mind her effing business. It says shipping. Oh shoot, hold on. Hold on. Products. They forgot to uncheck something on a product. Ming. Curtis, when you get to the checkout page, oh no, you said that already. That was an old question. Shoot. All right, let me hit save. That should be that if you refresh the page in 2 seconds, it'll be able to do it. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the story. If you so my mom was like, that time when you told the teacher to mind her effing business, oh man, I almost died. And there you go, Tara. I almost died. And I was like, every time she said it, I was like, you got to understand why I told the teacher mind her effing business. So look, let me tell you what I did. So I was always a math whiz. And so I had a geometry class, and right before the geometry class, I had lunch, and this girl had the same lunch as me. And I never used to go to class. I did used to go to this class because the teacher made us go, but I knew how to do that stuff. It's no problem. So me and this girl had this arrangement where I would give her my geometry homework right before class. She could copy it during lunch. And then the teacher had a rule that you have to, he wouldn't take attendance. He wouldn't say anything. As soon as that bell rung, he went in a certain pattern in the room and checked your homework. And if you was not sitting in that seat, you didn't get the homework check and you didn't get the attendance thing, right? And so I sat like towards the end, But me and the girl had this arrangement where I would let her copy my homework and she'd meet me outside of class right before class. We had the same lunch and the same class. And she, you give me my homework back so I could go sit in my seat. She was late. I was livid. I was livid because I was going to have like a perfect grade in that class too. I cussed her out. My homeroom teacher was across the hall. She came out and was like, "What's going on?" I'm livid. Okay. Did she messing up my grade? So when the teacher's like, "Stop yelling at her," I turned to the teacher. I said, "Mind your effing business." And lo and behold, that's every time I got in trouble was because I was helping someone out with their work. And so the answer for my why is this just how I am. If I learn something, I want to share it. I got to help y'all out too. Like, what fun is this if I'm the only person that knows how to do this? I don't know. I'm just like this. I don't know why I'm like this. What's up, Curtis? Whoop, whoop. See you in there. That's what I'm talking about. Ming, you good? Did it refresh? Woo woo, I'm excited. Oh, we get it popping, y'all. Ming is in there like swimwear. Woo woo. Do y'all have any other questions for me before we get started for the class? Anybody thinking about signing up? I know you need this. I'm prepping y'all. So most of y'all who have been BTS members, I mean, you're not a BTS member, but you've seen me in other educational ways. And I'm kind of like, you might want to do this. But when you're in one of my private group coaching, I take it real seriously. Okay. I take it very, very seriously. So I'm going to be, because I got to get y'all ready by in 60 days. I see my nails right here. I've been trying to hide this from y'all. Some of y'all probably already noticed. I just don't have time to get my nails. I want to take them off because this nail's kind of broke. It's messed up, but that's a whole nother conversation. What should you do to prepare? Don't worry about it right now. I'm going to send you some stuff within a week. And I'm thinking maybe there is a book that I want you to read. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. Let me think about it because y'all hype, y'all juiced up right now. So I want to take advantage of this. Let me think about it by tomorrow. I might give y'all some pre-homework because the momentum is there. I mean, I'm really excited about your membership. Shoot. I might need to I do a chapter out here, your membership in LA. How about that? All right, y'all. I gotta go get my baby. I gotta go get y'all nephew. If y'all need anything, let me know. I'm gonna raise that price. It's not gonna go to 5, but I'm gonna raise that price tomorrow. So if you're ready, sign up today. Have a good night. I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad y'all got value. Bye.